Here the rider is going to work on the adjustability of the canter. She brings the horse back into working canter and he trots. Then she goes back into forward and brings him back into working canter again. Now the trot is a normal and honest mistake, but this is why we have to do the exercise. The jump of the canter, the energy comes from the outside hind leg. So we send the horse forward on the outside. There he gives a little spook and a lead change, but stay on target, stay on subject. She continues on, trying to work on this exercise that both this horse and rider need to practice. So again, we have a method here. She goes forward on the outside because the outside hind leg makes the jump of the canter. Then you bring the horse back on the inner hind by riding a little shoulder fore. So at first this is a little bit rough around the edges, but as you watch this video you'll see that she does smooth it out, and we tried to ask her now to count her strides. So she comes back, 2, 3, and forward. So the idea is that when you bring the horse back in shoulder fore, you want to put weight on the inner hind, but only for 2 or 3 strides, and then it's important to go forward again on the outside. Now the rider must think a bit more about the balance, because when she asks him to go forward, he's a bit running forward. So now we're asking her to go forward, but step by step, keeping him on his hind legs. There the horse dived a little bit and got behind her leg, but again, this is why he needs to do the exercise. After the horse goes forward and comes back in a little shoulder fore, again putting weight on the inner hind, then you can start to smooth it out. Counting is a very good exercise for the rider to make sure you don't stay back into working or collected canter too long. So now we go on the right lead, forward on the left. Remember the outside hind is the jump. Then we bring the horse back in a little shoulder fore. We see when she goes forward this direction, his haunches come a bit too far to the inside. But that's okay for the purpose of the exercise. We want to be clear that we're asking the horse to create more energy on the outside, or in this case the left, and bringing him back in shoulder fore. Now we're asking the rider, when she brings him back in shoulder fore, to make him a little more supple on that right rein. So it should go like this, that the horse goes forward on the outside, creates ground covering and jump, comes back in shoulder fore for the purpose of putting weight on the inner hind, gets a little supple and soft in the mouth, and then go forward again. It's important that we don't get stuck, because the idea of the exercise is to teach the horse that when we bring him back, when we make the half halt, we really want him to be thinking forward. We want him to keep the jump. So in order to teach him that, we have to go forward no matter what. Now there he trotted again, but the rider again stays on subject. We're teaching the horse that no matter what the mistake is, he gets to go forward again. So forward and coming back into shoulder fore. There she lost her technique a little bit and didn't do shoulder fore when she brought him back, and he was a little bit confused there and crooked and lost the rhythm of his canter. So we're going to try it again. Forward on the outside. She thinks more now about shoulder fore, bringing him back. Much better. And we see that the horse now is getting a better quality of canter. He's getting a bit more jump in his canter. And this is meant to help her with her other transitions like canter walk. So now we bring him back into the walk. Very nice.